Hi there, my name's Katie.
And I'm Tom.
And we're in our makeshift lambing pen for our lambing season here at Bangadang Farm.
On the farm, we have two heritage rare breeds. We have the Dorset Downs and the Ryelands.
This is our first foray at Bangadang into heritage breed stud sheep. We have merinos across the farm here, and so this is something a little bit different for us. We are the only West Australian farm to have these sheep.
Traditionally, you have the merinos, which are very good wool producers, slightly smaller sheep, and then you have the Texel, etc., and the Dorpers over in Australia that are bigger meat sheep. The heritage rare breed sheep are a little bit hybrid. They've got good wool and good meat, but not exceptional in either one. That's why they historically have dwindled in numbers. But we're keen to keep the genetics going and let everyone enjoy these two rare breeds. About 148 days or 5 months, that's the average sheep gestation. So in the last few weeks, the ewe will begin to bag up and develop milk and udders, and as the lamb becomes bigger, it becomes slightly more hungry, a little bit more protein required for the lambing. A seasoned lammer can have the lamb out within half an hour very quickly. For these first timers, it's a little bit more of a struggle, about 90 minutes. And they will historically begin rotating and then lying down, standing up, lying down, standing up, and then they will lie down and push the lamb out the birth canal. Ideally, the lamb will have been presented correctly and the ewe will immediately start tending to that lamb, licking off any of the birthing mucus so that they form a bond. The lamb will then shortly get up and start trying to find the teat and taking milk and colostrum from the mother.
Over the weekend, we had one of our lambs that the ewe didn't really take to. She didn't kind of understand that she'd lambed. Left him kind of in the field for quite a while on his own, and we waited because you don't really want to intervene. But at this point we had to. He wasn't standing, he was starting to curl up. He would have died if we hadn't done anything. So we picked him up, we managed to get her inside as well, and we spent a long time trying to get him to latch on to her. He wasn't doing such a good job with it. She was kicking him off. So we had to get some feeding going. So little lamb here gets a little bottle. So he is now feeding off his mum, but not as much as we'd like. So we're just supplementing it now at this point. Behind me, we have number one, the first ewe to lamb, and her little lamb out there. They were actually a set of twins that she lambed, two little girls, and we were so excited, but they were so tiny. So I don't know whether they were premature or it was just that there wasn't enough nutrients, but one of them didn't make it the second night in. She passed away. It was very sad, but it is one of those things that we have to deal with. There's no rhyme nor reason to it. The one that passed away was actually the stronger of the two lambs. One of the things we don't actually know the answers to sometimes, and we never will know the answer to. We're now very grateful that our little first lamb is doing very well. Her name is Sweet Pea, after the flowers in the garden. She's done very well, very strong, and hopefully as well, because of the nutrients that she's able to take from the mother that she's now not sharing with her sister, that's helping her get stronger as well. So here we have one of our Dorset Down ewes that was born over the weekend, and you can see how big she's already got. This little girl's doing very well, her and her sister, so they'll go out into the field now. They're ready, they're big and strong and ready to go out.
Hi everyone, we're back in the lambing pen today and we welcomed our first Ryeland ram lamb 72 hours ago. It's doing very well. It's very bright and alert in its eyes and it's got a lovely full belly. When it wakes up each morning, it has a big stretch showing it's nice in its own limbs. And we've crutched out the mother. She's had her toenails done. So this ram lamb will go into the paddock. The two early lambers, which went out about 10 days ago, are progressing nicely. They're still very inquisitive, they're bright-eyed, they're putting on weight, so we still monitor them. check they haven't lost their mothers, but they're still feeding nicely and coming along. So in about 2 or 3 weeks' time, they will have their first vaccinations, and then we will look to separate them from their mothers so that they can be weaned off. Otherwise, the mother will always provide milk, and that can be detrimental to her health in the long run. So number 3 was being bottle fed 2 weeks ago. He's still a little bit hunched, he's still a little bit small. And about 3 days ago, he pulled up lame in his left shoulder. It's a little inflammation. So he's had some antibiotics, and that's resolving that issue there. But he's looking better in himself, and hopefully he will now begin to push on and will be out in the paddock very shortly.
So you'll be able to see us this coming year at the Royal Show in West Australia and also at the Brunswick Show. There'll be a couple of other Australian Stud Breeders Association events happening throughout the year, and we'll keep you up to date on where they are. But otherwise, we'll see you at one of these shows.